So Kate, thanks for joining us once again in the Lancs TV studio. Just going to preview the winter ahead. What are your kind of aims going into the winter? A couple of big tours coming up with England, obviously.
Yeah, we've got a busy winter, even though I've got a bit of time at home now, which is exciting because I get to come here and do some training with the Lancs girls. But yeah, we're heading out to South Africa not in the not too distant future. We've got some test matches on the horizon as well, which is always exciting, or a bit more nerve-wracking when you're a bowler and you know you've got to get those workloads up. But yeah, we've obviously got our Ashes after Christmas as well, so our opportunity to go to Australia and try and regain the Ashes, which we've not done for a very long time. But yeah, just a lot of excitement, I think, and when you get to avoid some of the darker, drearier months here, it's always good as well.
The Tour of South Africa obviously has a bit of importance with it, obviously leading into the Ashes, but also will it be a reaction to the World Cup that you'll really want to get from that?
Yeah, I think when there's a World Cup campaign like we've just had, which has obviously ended in quite a lot of disappointment, then not that you need to prove yourselves. I don't think we need to prove ourselves as a cricket team because we know we are a very good cricket team who didn't perform in a really crucial moment. But yeah, there's 3 T20s, 3 ODIs and a test match, which is always a great tour. It's a good amount of cricket to get your teeth sunk into. And like I said, I think when you get the opportunity to go on a tour and get your whites out and play red ball cricket, then it's even more exciting. So a lot to think about, but you know, we know that South Africa are off the back of a lot of confidence from their World Cup campaign, albeit I know they didn't win it, but they've got themselves to 2 World Cup finals in the last couple of years, so they're a team on the up.
As you mentioned, the return of red ball cricket. What is it you enjoy about that format?
I think because I don't get to play much red ball cricket, then when you do get the opportunity, it always feels like an opportunity to learn. And I know that sounds a bit cliche, but that's the thing that I love the most about cricket is how you can turn up to a fixture and something will happen that you've never experienced before. And I've been playing the game for a many number of years now. So I think when you get the opportunity to play red ball cricket, you know that there's a lot more to consider. It's not just about your cricket skill set, it's about how you ride the emotional wave of Test cricket, the difficulty of it, the fatigue of it. And when you're not used to that, it can be quite challenging. So I think back to some of the Test matches that I've been involved in, and they're the kind of moments that really stick out to me. And like I really remember the Ashes Test match in 2023, how after day one, me and Lauren Bell were in the ice baths just crying to each other because we felt like we'd let the team down with how we'd bowled. And I think, you know, they're the memories that I've got, not necessarily the wickets that I take. So I think it's always that challenge of the other sides of the game that you don't necessarily always get the opportunity to train for.
What's the feeling amongst the England squad like heading out to the Ashes? Because obviously they're also on the back of a World Cup they'll want to bounce back from as well.
Yeah, just excitement, I think. You know, the tough thing about losing big ICC events like that is obviously that everyone's got an opinion on it. The best things about it is that you've got more cricket on the horizon quite quickly, so you get the opportunity to bounce back. You know, it's not like we're waiting 6 months to play our next game of cricket. So I think I was actually with the squad last week. We did a little bit of fitness testing at the start of the winter, and the mood was really still high in camp. So I think it goes to show that we're still in a really good place at the start of what's going to be a really important winter.
And how does playing in Australia compare to playing here? Obviously a bit warmer.
Generally a little bit warmer, a little bit drier, but it's tough. It's really difficult. You know, not many teams get to go over to Australia and win. And they're the kind of things that now I'm thinking about, even though we're 2 months out from an Ashes tour. So how to prepare best for that and how to give myself the best opportunity to succeed whilst I'm over there. But yeah, it's exciting. We've got a test match at the MCG, which is something that, again, if you're a kid, you've got the opportunity to recreate that so many times in the back garden. But now I actually get the opportunity to go out to Australia and hopefully play in that game. And I'm sure it'll be something memorable. But I've watched a lot of cricket and know also how difficult it is to take wickets out there. So it'll be a good challenge, I'm sure.
And that kind of kicks off a big year of cricket back home as well, with India and West Indies touring. What challenges do you think they'll bring? And I know it's quite far down the line, but where do you want to see kind of England at the end of those series?
Yeah, I mean, they're really exciting series. Obviously, getting to play some cricket here at Emirates Old Trafford as well for the first time in a long while, actually. So that's going to be really exciting, and I know I'll be really proud that we're going to have an England game here. But I think India are a real powerhouse when it comes to white ball cricket, and we know how much of a challenge that they can be. Again, it's really difficult when you tour over there, but we know that they're a really good challenging team when they come to England as well. So they've got bowlers who can swing the ball and spin the ball, and that always becomes part of the game when you're over in England as well. So they'll be really difficult. The West Indies as well beat the England team in the World Cup and got themselves through to the knockout stages of the World Cup. So they'll both present different challenges, I'm sure, but I think by the end of that summer, we'll be then going into an ODI World Cup over in India. So again, there's more opportunities on the horizon, but we'll have that in mind, certainly at the beginning of our summer, and probably throughout this winter as well. We'll be gearing ourselves up for that ODI World Cup. So it'll be probably our best opportunity to play against some of the best teams and prep ourselves as best we can.